Hello, everyone. Welcome to TSAM Digital. My name is Anna, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Joe Lichtenberg and Michael Hom from Insta Systems. Welcome.
Thank you, Anna. Great to be here.
Likewise.
So thank you so much, both of you, for making time to speak with us today. To kick things off, I was wondering if you might like to say a couple of words about yourselves, the work that you do, and about Insta Systems.
Sure, I'll start. My name is Michael Hom. I've worked in financial services for about 25 years, building various types of systems from low latency trading systems to algo trading systems to analytical platforms. Joined InterSystems to lead their financial services solutions area, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And I'm Joe Lichtenberg. I've been with InterSystems for about 6 years, and I am Global Head of Product and Industry Marketing here.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for the introduction. So today we want to talk about a few things, and to kick things off, my first question for you is, what are the trends that you're seeing with asset management firms?
Sure. So maybe it makes sense to start by talking about what InterSystems does, especially in financial services, if that's okay. InterSystems is a data management software company. We've actually been in business for 43 years, and we have a deep footprint in many financial services applications across most, if not all, of the segments of financial services, including not only asset management, but investment banking, sell side, buy side, insurance firms, credit unions, retail banks, commercial banks. And what we offer is what the market and the analysts now are calling a complete data platform. So it's a software product that you can think of it, it has a wide variety of data management functional capabilities, but they really map to 3 different areas. And so one is very strong integration capabilities. So the ability to pull in data from any systems and any sources in any format. Very strong database management capabilities, both for operational database management, so being able to work with real-time and near real-time applications and processes, as well as analytic capabilities, so being able to run a wide range of analytics, both on the incoming data and on non-real-time data. And then the third area of functionality is around analytics, and we have very strong analytics capabilities for retrospective analytics, for analytics SQL and BI processing and so forth, as well as machine learning and predictive and prescriptive analytics. And so a key differentiator for us is being able to provide all of these capabilities in a single platform, which makes it much simpler to build mission-critical applications where you don't need to stitch together 5 or 10 or 15 or even 20 different data management services, if that makes sense. So in the financial services space, we have many different types of applications with different customers, but typically the use cases are either around bringing together data from inside and outside the organization to help line of business managers make better business decisions. And the second sort of functional bucket is around building real-time or near real-time analytic applications to streamline operational processes. So in financial services, that looks like what we call Business 360 and Customer 360, as well as real-time analytic applications like pre-trade applications and order management applications and risk and portfolio management. And we're even powering some custom core banking systems as well. So hopefully that's helpful. That's sort of a general overview, not specifically in asset management yet, but what we do across financial services customers.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So in terms of the trends that you're seeing out there, what would you sort of pinpoint as the main ones?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have a really good purview in financial services, but let's talk specifically with asset management firms. So we do a lot of work with a wide range of different asset management firms. And our purview is really around data management. And I'll share with you, we had a really good experience back a few months ago when we were at the TSAM event down in New York. And I was really struck by the depth of conversations and challenges that all of those firms that were coming and attending and talking about around data management. And so, there seems to be, and this is from our purview as well, continuing ongoing challenges about getting timely and accurate access to data for a variety of internal as well as external stakeholders. And the reason for that, as we know, is that the data ecosystem, the application ecosystem for asset management firms across the front, middle, and back office is still really siloed and segmented. And so, this challenge around accessing and consolidating data from multiple disparate sources, again, from inside and outside the organization, and getting it into a format that's consistent and easily understandable by the wide range of stakeholders that need to access the data to make decisions is still this, really prevalent challenge for asset managers.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. That's a nice summary of what we discussed at TSAM and New York. So thank you so much for that and for sharing your insight into the key trends. My next question will be, how does InterSystems help asset management firms?
Perhaps I'll take that. So in working in partnership with a number of the asset managers, we built an application that is specifically for them, where we assist with them in accessing all the various data sources that they have, internal and external, and then helping them utilize that across their entire firm, right? So the first capability there is obviously access, right? So being able to connect to all the sources of data that they have, right? Whether it's trades, orders, market levels, customer data, and performance-related data, right? And probably much more. We allow them to be able to take that all in and incrementally keep that updated. And so they have this nice uniform mechanism to get all their updated data available to them, right? And then have that historically, so they can do all sorts of analysis, right? So that's obvious first and foremost. Along with that, we also provide data management tools, right? So data quality tools, workflow automations, right? To help them with validating the data that they have, reconcile between potentially two different data sets, snapshotting their data, giving lineage to all the data sources that they have, and allowing them to build these workflows to allow them to ensure that the data that they have is cleansed and proper for the rest of the organization to use, right? And that really brings up one of the main points, is democratizing their data, right? So now, once we embed and empower all the various functions and processes across all the departments of an organization, that's really where they gain that maximum power, right? Where they're really using the data consistently across their whole organization, right? All in a self-service manner, where they can do that all themselves. New data sources come in, and they're able to kind of make that those changes and adapt all by themselves, right? And our understanding is, with the exception of maybe one or two major vendors that are generally very expensive, and they service the largest asset managers out there, this is generally an unsolved problem for many, particularly prior in the mid-range, where around the 20 billion to the 200 billion range, right? So they have this problem of bringing all those data sources together and really utilizing it in an efficient and effective manner. So, that's what we've been doing, and very happy to partner with all of them.
And what is different about what you are doing?
Oh, okay. Obviously, with these partnerships that we have, we've customized our solution to their business, right? Where we have very particular data model that services them, and we have custom reports that really is crucial and basic to their organization and how they run their business. Furthermore, we have an integrated platform, right, with many pre-built functions that they can use. That's kind of unlike something you can maybe get from a cloud data warehouse, where you have to utilize a lot of different technologies with a lot of different vendors, and that potentially is non-trivial, right? Lastly, I would say it's designed to be flexible, right, to meet your current requirements. Obviously, that's important, but also be able to adapt to future needs. And from my past experience and speaking to many of our customers, that's unlike many packaged applications where you get what you get, and generally it works. But when you want to extend it to something new, there are challenges, and so that's our sweet spot, right? That's where we really shine and help and differentiate ourselves, and that's why a lot of these asset managers are picking us.
The other thing that I would say is we see a lot of applications where organizations are using spreadsheets or cloud data warehouse, and there are things that are that make a lot of sense for that if you have very specific pre-built queries, or a very specific way of looking at the data, which makes sense. So sort of necessary but not sufficient. But there's a need for the flexibility that you can't get from those types of applications. And so we have been helping organizations create a new approach, which the analysts are calling a data fabric or an enterprise data fabric, that we call a smart data fabric because we have analytics capabilities built directly into it. And in fact, at TSAM, surprisingly, at the event, there was a lot of discussion about using this data fabric approach to provide the flexibility that the asset management firms are looking for. So it's a really powerful approach that, again, does provide the flexibility to give all of the different stakeholders inside and outside the organization the information and the ability to drill into the information and ask ad hoc questions and really understand what's going on inside the business.
And I'm really curious also to understand, what is the best type of company for you to work with?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So, we would say really any asset management firm that has multiple different source systems and data sources in different formats and different structures that need to be integrated and presented in a harmonized, consistent format, potentially to many different consumers of the data that all need the information presented in different ways. Again, where you have a siloed infrastructure, and they tend to be looking for data management software or data management solution, and or a trusted partner to work with. And so, we provide both of those. And so that really tends to be the sweet spot for us.
That's fantastic. Oh, Joe and Michael, thank you so much for being with us today. We've learned so much from you. So thank you for sharing your insight, and we look forward to having you with us very soon.
Thank you, Anna. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.